It's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, we'll see Dalton Schultz. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching it.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Falcon football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'1" quarterback from Old Dominion. It's Taylor Heineke. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Falcons had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Throws right back to London, complete again. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs.
Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. He'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go option to the short side, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Badgley able to knock this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic 1st down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Traquan Smith from 3 yards out. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. These two teams all tied after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here now come the Falcons. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership. And leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. But we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Heineke. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year not to take anything away from it. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. Back to throw again. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 6 yards away, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Looking to throw, Heineke.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing the...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Throwing, Heineke.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Heineke.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Dameon Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Right side complete to Mechie.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Okay, ready?
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 36 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Another target and catch for Robert Woods.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Quick slant here to Woods.
Touchdown, Texans. Robert Woods in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Play action now. Here's Heineke.
Looking in zone for Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Check. Alert.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it in. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage on their spot and stacked him up.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Bronco switch. Ready.
Handoff left side. Pierce down to about the 23. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's running back. It's complete. Touchdown. Dameon Pierce. Through the air. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Atlanta regains possession of the football. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. On play action, Heineke. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Heineke. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action. Now Heineke. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just... They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll run here with Pierce. And a
reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers and brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Ready.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here on EA Sports.
Hey.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Here's Pierce.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
This pass is caught by London.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Heineke on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Heineke now from the 50.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 31,
Heineke
throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
to throw is Heineke.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Heineke to throw it. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 6. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw.
Oh, the man is Mechie, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This is Pierce. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Ready.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down by 15. Under a minute 20 to go. And their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down.
Off the play fake, Heineke.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Again, it's Heineke.
And this one is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Heineke.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Heineke to throw for it on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle.